Hello everyone and welcome to the Chrissy B Show. Now we have so much to get through, so I'm not going to waste any time. We have Jane Rafter's fitness tip on the importance of cardio fitness. We'll also be taking a look at MK1's success story and lesson of the day. Actually, he's got 2 lessons. We'll also be talking to Louise from STORM about how they empower women and help youngsters get away from gun crime, a very important cause. And as a special treat, we'll be speaking with Molly Rainford, who was, of course, a contestant on Britain's Got Talent, and she'll also be singing for us. So let's take a look at this clip.
'Cause even when the curtains close and all the lights they fade, I will keep standing tall, and you can ever break me down, break me down. Ever break me down.
Now we always know when it's Ian and Helena time, when the teacups come out, don't we? Hello.
Hello.
Are you caught?
Mid-sip. I was sneaking, put mine down.
How are you both?
Very well, thank you. Hope you are too.
I am very well. Once I've got my cup of tea, I'm fine.
Absolutely.
It's been a very busy time for us.
It's been a very royal, mad time. We've been racing around the country. So we'll do a little bit of a royal roundup to begin with. Started with Trooping of the Colour, I think, which was fantastic. It was most enjoyable.
It was, but we were up there nice and early as usual.
They're very
To be
early.
there.
Oh, we're about, well, it started at 10:30. I think we were there about 8, something like that.
It wasn't so bad. We normally, in some of these functions we're there quite early.
Yeah.
But it was great fun. It was lovely seeing everybody, and the Queen looked beautiful.
What was she wearing?
She was wearing her fantastic blue silk outfit, blue coat, dress and hat. I think, is it Amanda Keeley? No, her Angela Kelly, sorry, her senior designer who made her beautiful outfit. And Kate was wearing a matching Alexander McQueen. It wasn't recycled, it was a new outfit. Miss Jacobs
She does get new stuff as well.
She
doesn't
does, and it was
Yeah.
lovely. So lovely, but we were very sad because Prince George was not on the balcony. He wasn't being there, but we realised why, because he suddenly appeared.
Next day, yes.
He appeared at a different ceremony, which was actually a charity bash in Cambridgeshire, and Prince William and Prince Harry were playing polo for a charity, and I think it's where he took his first steps. Or so we've seen. So he was there hanging on Kate's, legs and everything. So it was beautiful. It was really lovely, but just wish he'd been there the day before. But there's been more things, hasn't there? More royal things.
There's more royal things. I mean, we've exclusively got some of the new gifts that won't be seen yet for the next couple of weeks.
How did you manage to get your mitts on those, Ian?
You know me.
It's very, I have to say, he's very resourceful.
So there's some wonderful things. There's this this rather large sort of jigsaw puzzle. This is like sort of.
He's so excited.
Well, I need this big conveyor belt now.
Get it out.
The teapot. No, you see, we got the teapot.
Generation game.
Generation games. Like generation games. Look, where's the cuddly bear? I'm the cuddly bear. And I think one of the nicest things I found was this book here. But and then I discovered that in the book was one of my old photographs, which is this photograph here.
And if you didn't know, both Ian and Helena are raw photographers as well. So let the viewers see. Can we get a close up of that? So the very photo you took, how many years ago now?
Oh, that was 1982.
Wow.
I was a mere boy.
Oh, just starting out in your career,
just started my, yes. So I was virtually out of nappies myself when I took that picture.
Yeah, so that's exciting.
So it's
really
exciting
lovely.
times, and it's good fun. And of course, there's a bit of gossip on Harry. There's always a bit of gossip on Harry. I was going through some of the images and the video and the photographs we shot of trooping today. He always looks suspicious, Harry.
He does have that look. It's just his natural look. He's
got this look about him where he's furtively looking into the crowd.
Furtive is the word, isn't it?
Furtive is the look. It actually describes it. But he's been caught in the past couple of days at Ascot kissing this mystery blonde.
Oh no!
So who is the mystery blonde now? There'll be a royal search party.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Are you sure it's not
I
Zara?
can't wait.
Zara was very cuddly and kissy.
A bit of intrigue.
Might have been
Yeah.
I don't know. It was him.
It was very exciting as well hearing about Kate's grandma, late grandma. She went, I think she's wearing another Alexander McQueen sort of marina kind of costume, but her late grandmother was a decoder, I think, in the war.
Oh.
So she went to Bletchley Place, which has been done up, etc., just to have a look around and a tour and everything. That's quite exciting.
Yeah.
That's just come out. I'd not heard that. It's quite a new story. It's good, isn't it?
And they're all getting together again soon because they're actually going to launch the cycling competition, which name has escaped me for a second. Tour de France.
Tour de France.
And they're launching the Tour de France in Leeds next month,
That's in a while,
July.
Yeah. That's in July, July 5th or something.
Yeah, so it's not too far away from, you know.
You're not leaving me, are you, to go
I'm not leaving. I will never leave you.
You're my regulars.
I will never leave you.
Yeah.
We got
Well, you did, I have to say, they did stand up the Queen once, didn't you, to come on the show?
We did indeed.
We did. That was the truth.
It was
really
true.
was.
Of course.
It was a choice.
I was quite surprised, actually. That was really sweet.
Oh.
Now I know your priorities, so it's good.
So, moving on.
And moving on, I mean, Harrison Ford is back on Star Wars. I've nicknamed it Scar Wars. Because I think it sounds like there's getting a bit of a knockabout at the moment.
Really?
And he now apparently is going to have an operation for his ankle, which will be happening next month. And they're going to have to put a metal support into his ankle now, so that he's come back on set. Being the professional that he is, but they're only shooting him from the waist upwards now.
Oh.
So
Well, that's going to be a bit boring.
well,
No action moves. Well, I suppose it's got the stunt or the
it's got the stunt double.
What are they called? Yeah, the doubles.
Doubles.
You're doing that.
Yeah, I do them all the time. Got a new one
Maybe you
today.
could find one for him.
No, what, Harrison Ford?
Yeah.
I think we do have him.
Do you?
Yeah, but the stunt double obviously does the doubling work, but Harrison Ford has to do the main thing.
Yeah.
It's amazing. The stunt doubles work such long hours. Harrison Ford. Anyway, that's another story.
Okay.
We'll do something on that.
Yeah.
So Leonardo DiCaprio at the minute is still bathing in abroad for the World Cup, and he's in a yacht at the minute. So he hired a yacht which is £400 billion, or 400 million billion pounds or something.
Good
ridiculous. And he's there throughout.
Hired it.
He's huge.
Hired it, not bought it.
No, he's hired it, but he's having a great time.
For that amount.
Well,
It's all right
he's
one.
got about 20 friends with him, but it's enormous. It's really enormous. So he's having a lot of fun. It's a bit like The Wolf of Wall Street. Did you watch that?
No.
Love that film. But a lot of that was to do with boats and
Okay.
complete madness and everything. So it's a similar kind of thing. So he's having a great time, and obviously all the wags are out there at the moment. I know Colleen's was over there with the two boys to support Wayne Rooney, or she is there, sorry, and with all her 16 luggage things that she brought with her. Can you imagine? There's only like
It could be quite a long time, isn't it? So.
And now to put a little bit of sadness into the show.
Oh, no.
Unfortunately, a little bit of sadness.
Just before we go to the break as well.
Colin Firth, the actor,
yes.
has now decided he can't play Paddington Bear.
Oh.
He was going to be the voice of Paddington Bear, but he can't get it right.
See, I think
He can't get it right, so they're now looking for the voice of Paddington Bear. So if there's any visitors out there, if there's any
Mr.
visitors out there.
Pelham-Turner.
Well, I know. And do you know at Paddington Station there was actually a shop selling Paddington Bears? It is, and they get fan mail from all over the world that goes to Paddington Station in London. Yeah.
That's nice still. Wow.
Yeah. So it's
There you go. Something
throw
to
that
go
line in, because a master of insignificant news.
Yeah, I'm sad. I would love Colin Firth to do that. It's one of my favourites.
So unfortunately, he's not going to be able to do
actors.
Paddington Bear now because he just can't get the voice right.
Oh, never mind.
Have we got any more
I
time?
don't know. Have we got any more time, guys? Because I didn't hear anything.
No? Okay, just quickly. So
Yeah,
James
we've got
Arthur,
some time.
James Arthur has definitely left Simon Cowell. Now, I don't know whether he's left him or whether Simon Cowell's left
I
James
suspect it's the other way around.
I have a feeling. I feel that relationship
not
was
really
not a
heard
match
anything
made
from-
in heaven, really.
No.
He's quite outspoken and his views are not so great. So
Yeah.
I think it's probably a good move. I think one of the things I heard was Kim Kardashian, obviously the wedding which is past and everything, but Annie Leibovitz, who's a very good photographer, let them down at the last minute. And they wanted to release one great photograph that they could say was theirs just onto Instagram. And they spent 4 days editing it before they released it. 4 days, and this is for an image on Instagram. That was part of their honeymoon.
How can you spend 4 days?
Well, it's
on
sort of an
image?
insight into their lives, isn't it? They wanted it to be absolutely perfect before it was released. So everything, the colours and everything, which I thought was just so funny.
And we do ours like in what, 20 seconds?
20 seconds, yeah.
And
Madness. Madness.
this week, ladies of a certain age will be in tears. Because the Osmonds, after 40 years, are on their farewell tour.
Oh no!
The Osmonds are finally breaking up after 40 years of being on the road together.
Why bother for so long?
Well, yeah.
You're not a fan of the Osmonds? Yeah.
I remember when Donny and Marie were king and queen.
Jimmy Osmond was sort of heard saying that he used to run away from groupies all the time, so he spent his life running away, whereas most singers, they mass them and love it.
Oh well.
There you are.
Well, good luck to them, ladies.
Yes.
Absolutely.
All right, we're going to leave it on that note. So I wish you all the best with any of your role outings that you'll be doing.
We've got lots, and we're really excited about it. We'll share them with you.
But we'll see you again next week. Okay then, so after the break, do stay tuned because I'm going to be speaking to a very inspiring lady.
Don't forget to subscribe to the Chrissy B Show, always aiming to show you the happier side of life. You can find us on YouTube, Facebook and Twitter.
Welcome back to the show. Now, before I meet my next guest, let's take a look at this video of a place to visit. This is definitely a place to visit. Look at the beautiful palace behind us. This was a former royal residence, and you're kind of expecting Aladdin to fly out on his magic carpet with his princess. Apparently, Barbara, the Royal Pavilion was built in 3 campaigns, and they started building it in 1787 as a seaside retreat for George, Prince of Wales. So it's like a holiday home. So we're only like an hour and 15 minutes away from London, and this is the sound that I love the most in the whole wide world, the sound of the crashing waves and like not a care in the world. So it's just lovely.
So relaxing, and it's just the best day to come down. It doesn't feel like England, doesn't it?
Keep saying that, don't we? So bad.
No.
England's nice.
England's nice.
As long as it feels like you're somewhere else.
We don't get out of London very often, so we're a bit like, we feel like we're in a different country, but really it's just the seaside, it's just wonderful.
Enjoying the sunshine there. Okay, so now I have with me Louise Sims from STORM. Hello, Louise.
Hi.
How are you, my darling?
I'm fine, thank you.
Nice to have you on the show. Now, you've got
you
quite an organisation there, haven't you, STORM?
Yes, we have.
Can you tell us all about how it started and why it started in the first place?
STORM started because my mum was going through domestic violence, and I was also sexually abused by her previous partner. By trade, she's a makeup artist, international makeup artist, and at that point, while she was going through domestic violence, she was offered a job in America, which she turned down to set up the organisation STORM.
So she was still actually going through it when she set up the organisation?
She was, yeah.
Oh, okay.
She was. We was in a women's refuge, and once we left the refuge, Mum felt that there was no support afterwards. Okay. So she wanted to help other women like herself in offering them support, counselling, accreditations, in order for them to be self-efficient, to empower them.
But how did you cope after you left the refuge, and if there was nothing available? What kind of things did you go through, and what were the difficulties?
Finance, because obviously we had to leave our previous home, she had to leave her employment, various of things that we kind of had to go without. We had to leave schools. At the time, I was also going through my exams as well at the same time.
How old were you at the time?
I was, it was between 14 to 16,
right, okay.
yeah. I was going through my exams.
How did you cope with everything?
I kind of kept everything in,
Right.
being the person I am. But then, you know, you have to come out of the other side of things and realise, you know, if you don't let it beat you, you have to be stronger and things like that, yeah.
And unfortunately, there are so many women and other, you know, anyone that's been abused, obviously male or female, that they find it really hard to actually do anything with their lives afterwards because they've been traumatised so much, and they think, you know what, I can't see myself ever doing anything with my life after everything that I've been through. But the amazing thing is that you and your mum, you came through on the other side, and instead of just sort of thinking about yourselves really and sort of, you know, surviving and getting on with your lives, you thought, hang on a minute, let's help women or people in the same situation as we were in, which is amazing.
Yeah, she's an amazing person. At STORM, what we actually do is to empower people. We provide accredited classes such as MVQs in childcare, teaching assistant, numeracy, literacy. We also have an Ofsted registered nursery where people can leave their children in the nursery, feel safe, feel secure, and come and do these classes. We have a youth club where we help young people find employment, training, support, where they can come, you know, have a meal. We've got a studio on site so that, you know, things are accessible for them, which they don't have to pay for because a lot of them can't afford it. We also run an elderly luncheon, a 60+ luncheon club, which is also free for 60+ to come and have a 2-course meal, which is a very nice 2-course meal, where they do IT classes and different things, come and socialise, you know, because some of them might be very isolated.
Now, you've just given us a long list of stuff that you've achieved, your organisation's achieved, but how did you actually start the organisation off? What were the stages that you went through?
Mum started the organisation off with helping 5 women, and then gradually it started to expand. So she went from, you know, using the community halls, you know, taking biscuits and tea out the cupboard in order to provide for people.
Were you seeing all of this?
Yeah.
Helping as well at the time?
Definitely. And we used to say to me and my brother and my sister used to say to Mum, like, why are you taking the biscuits to go and give to other people? But she's like, well, you know, they're in a worse situation than us. I need to help them. Her heart is really big, and she always wants to help people.
Okay, so then from there, how did you get to start doing all the other things that you mentioned? Because that was a lot of stuff.
Because you start helping the mum, and the mum will come to you with a problem. Well, my child's doing this and my child's doing that, and then you realise, well, the child needs help as well, because a lot of the time when people...
So you don't just deal with the people going through the abuse, you also deal with...
The children, and the young people.
Deal with people in gangs as well?
We work with gang members and ex-gang members to help them, to show them that there's an alternative to gun and knife crime, that you know, there's anything you do, you can put anything you put your mind to, you can do, and positive outcomes. We have a peace concert every year, which is an event aimed at young people. We have different artists that attend the event, and also where young people can come and get, you know, come and talk to different providers, such as colleges, people from different employment, recruitment sectors, and things like that.
Wow,
so, yeah.
You must be so busy.
Very busy.
Do you work there full time?
I do work there full time, I do. And I also work in the youth club as well.
What's that like?
It's challenging, but I love it, and I love my young people. I do, yeah.
You know, they just need some support, because a lot of people are like, oh, young people, they're just troublemakers and stuff like that. But they're not, they just need some love, some support, like for people to believe in them, basically, because a lot of people don't.
Yeah, definitely.
What's been the best thing for you working there?
There's quite a few. Seeing the outcomes of a lot of people that come to STORM, gaining employment, going to university, buying their first property, coming back with their stories, telling you, you know, thank you, you've helped me so much. If it wasn't for Storm, I wouldn't be able to be where I am today. So.
And what's the best sort of support that you need at the moment in Storm? Do you have volunteers?
We do have volunteers, which is really good. But we always need volunteers because we are a small staff team. Finance, equipment, artists for our concert and things like that. So yeah, we're always looking for support and help.
Okay, now we're going to go to a break shortly, but after the break you're going to tell us about something very, very exciting that's going on, or that you took part in as well, right?
Yes.
So we'll save that for after the break. Okay, so do join us after this.
Don't forget to subscribe to the Chrissy B Show, always aiming to show you the happier side of life. You can find us on YouTube, Facebook and Twitter.
Welcome back. Now, before we continue speaking to Louise, let's take a look at this video to show how successful someone can be when they are determined, even if the circumstances aren't great.
I opened in September of last year, so I've been open now for about 15 weeks. I think I'm in my 15th week now.
Okay, and how many children do you have? Because I know you've got one over there, which is Robin.
I've got my youngest with me today. She comes in the shop on Monday afternoons. But I also have three. Well, I have three in total, so two older ones.
So that's 3 children. So that must be was it quite hard to set up the business?
It was quite tricky. I'm being a bit of a neglectful mum at the moment, I guess, because I'm having to throw myself into work. And I'm working all hours of the day, so the kids just have to literally get on themselves and give me a bit of space sometimes when I'm working at home.
So Jackie, one thing that you have in common with Diana is that you're actually sisters, and that you both are parents and you both sort of have your own jobs or own business. How do you find actually being a mum?
It's quite tough, especially when they're younger. Mine's 5, so it can be quite difficult, especially because I'm on my own, so to do everything. But then at the same time, it's rewarding as well. You teach your child, and everything they know, they learn from you. So in that way, it's nice.
And have you had quite a lot of support, or as you said, has it been mostly the whole time on your own, looking after Abby and juggling this job that you're doing?
I have support of like my family and friends, so I'm quite lucky in that sense.
I've pretty much managed on my own. I do, well, their grandparents help out a little bit, but I'm pretty much juggling it all and just trying to fit it inside school hours.
So after having Abby, what gave you the inspiration to sort of go to college and get back into work and having a career?
Well, I think mainly I quite enjoy to learn new things. I've always had a creative passion, so I just really just wanted to do it. Just something I really just felt I wanted to do.
So, you started off doing the beauty and the massaging, and now you want to do sort of sport therapy. That's great. You've almost progressed, and you're sort of developing a career and going on to different tangents. Where would you like to see yourself with your work and stuff in the near future?
Well, I'd like to think that possibly, because I'm doing the sports massage, that I'll be on the level where I can run alongside a physio.
So what would you say to any mums out there who just had children now, or even they've got older children, that maybe once had goals and dreams, but they sort of lost all that hope after having children? What would you say to maybe give them a bit of belief in themselves or hope they could do it?
Well, I think really the most important thing is to follow your dream. If you have a gut feel about something, you should really just go for it. Sometimes you have to just jump in.
Well, I think if they did have dreams and they've sort of lost it, or they put it aside because of their children, then they should try and go for it, again. Or even if it's impossible, if their children are too young, when they get older, readdress that dream that you wanted, because if you really want it, you can go and get anything. Okay, so those are 2 single mums there who still started a business regardless. They didn't
look at the circumstances, it didn't put them off. They had a dream and they went for it, and they're both doing really, really well. So well done. Okay, now back to Louise. You had something exciting to tell us, didn't you, about what happened afterwards with Storm?
So Storm's been going for 10 years now.
Yeah, okay.
And we're working with someone called Leon Butler, who's absolutely amazing. And he's actually directing and producing and also writing. He's finished writing, he's actually in the process of casting for the film now. And Storm is one of his chosen charities to help and also to donate some of the proceeds of the film to.
Wow. Are you allowed to say the film?
Yeah, I am.
Yeah.
The film's called 1 Square Mile, and it's based in the Battersea area. He's also working with Idris Elba, so Idris Elba will be part of the film. And the film is basically based on people that live in Battersea, whether you live on an estate or you live in the mansions, so you're connected some way, somehow. You know, so even though you might be going for your problems on one side, they're going for their problems on the other. So, yeah.
What was it like to be chosen for something like that?
Amazing. You know, it's a great opportunity to be chosen for a film that's going to be so big. Yeah, It's absolutely amazing.
Gosh, and how do the youngsters feel as well about
They're really excited because it will give some of them an opportunity to be part of the film, and some of them are really, really, really excited.
Wow. Okay. And what are the future plans for your organisation, apart from this massive film?
The future plan is to continue doing what we do, putting in the hard work, to be supportive of people in the community, and just for another 40 years and on.
Wow, brilliant! And you're also doing a concert. Is it?
Yes, we've got a peace concert, which we do every single year in the summer, and it's kind of more targeted at young people, where we have loads of different famous artists that perform. We have a fashion show. We have great influential speakers. We have MPs. That attend the event, and with the event, it's kind of for the young people to give them something back, but also it's where they can come and meet recruiters directly and talk to them, sign up for jobs, apprenticeships, training directly through these different networks.
Brilliant. Sounds amazing. I can't believe you just do that with such a small team as well. So
we put in loads of hard work.
Yeah, and thank goodness for the volunteers that you have as well, right?
They're great volunteers.
Brilliant. Thank you so much, and all the best for the future as well. Please say hi to your mum. She sounds amazing. Right. Okay, so from one success story to another, let's take a look at this.
So I'm here with Sim from MK1, and you are now a solo artist. So how does it feel to be in your group? You're no longer with Charlie anymore.
Yes, it's something that just kind of had to be done. It's God's plan, but MK1's still going to go on. Charlie's just going to go ahead and do her own project.
You must have hit some difficult patches, like obviously at the moment things have changed and you have to sort of readjust. What keeps you going and keeps your eye on the goal?
Basically, I think just the whole desire and the burning passion to just want to do music and be able to inspire others,
So we have to have a chat today, obviously, about the X Factor journey. You made it to the live shows with MK1 with Charlie. Tell us a little bit about it.
Well, it was a bit of a wild one. Like, Charlie and I were heading off to a gig at the point when we got a call from our manager at the time that Psycho wanted us down, to go and participate in this year and that year's X Factor.
Everything's in slow motion. The colours look so nice. I could float to the bottom of the ocean.
After you obviously didn't make it to the final, you didn't win it. How did you keep yourself positive and to move forward and carry on with your music?
I think it was as soon as we stepped off the show, the love that we got, we didn't realise how many people had that kind of love for us, from super young to super old, and everyone in between that showing us crazy love.
Well, good luck with everything, and I take it, are you going to stay in the same lane as what you're in with MK1, or are you going to try and change it a little bit?
Well, in terms of the MK1 lane that is present, which is commercial influence, that there will be that element. However, it's going to be more hip-hop driven and experimental in a sense. What MK1 was always supposed to be about, because Charlie was never really about that music, it couldn't go that way. So now it's going to go that way with the member that I bring along.
Well, thanks a lot for joining us, and good luck with finding your next participant for your MK1.
All right, guys, so the most important thing I've learned on my journey as a musician so far would definitely be connections. You know, it's about networking. Don't just think it's about being in the studio or being on stage. Like, obviously develop your craft, but at the same time just speak and talk to as many people as possible. Networking is so key in this game. And a tip I would give for everyone, you know, pushing with this music or whatever it is, in the entertainment, fashion, whatever you're doing, perseverance. Just don't stop. There's going to be bumps, there's going to be obstacles, but just keep on going. You know, if it's God's plan, He will prevail.
Great advice there. Okay, so do stay tuned, because after the break I'll be joined by young singer Molly Rainford, and also we'll be taking a look at the fitness tip from Jane Rafter on the importance of cardio fitness. And by the way, Molly will also be performing a song all about anti-bullying. So do join us after this.
Don't forget to subscribe to the Chrissy B Show, always aiming to show you the happier side of life. You can find us on YouTube, Facebook and Twitter.
Welcome back to the show. Now, I'm very happy to present right now Molly Rainford. Hello, Molly.
Hello.
How are you, my darling?
I'm cool, thank you.
Now, you've been practicing your singing before, and you've got a fantastic voice, I have to say.
Thank you.
And you will be singing for us in just a little while.
Yep.
But first of all, tell us, has singing always been something that you wanted to do?
Well, ever since I was little, I've always been singing. And then I think when I was watching TV when I was little, I was like, I want to do something like Britain's Got Talent.
Wow.
And so I can continue singing. So.
Wow. And what was it like? How did you actually get on the show, and what was it like for you?
It was a bit of a crazy experience, because you go on thinking, oh, I'm probably not going to get anywhere. I mean, look at all the other people auditioning, and then to find out that I got through, I was like, what?
Wow.
This can't
was
be
it a
happening.
long process, though, was it?
Kind of, because I mean, it's just like the waiting, because you don't know what's going on really. It just goes over my head. So.
Oh wow! And who were the judges at the time?
I had Simon Cowell, Alicia Dixon. For my first audition, I had Carmen Electra because Amanda was off.
Okay. Oh, as you are, you know. Never mind.
And I had David Williams.
Oh, okay. And what was the experience like for you? Was it scary? Was it exciting?
It was nerve-wracking, but in a good way. It was like exciting, nervous.
Okay.
Like I just wanted to do it again every time I went on stage.
Okay. And how's life been since Britain's Got Talent?
Quite hectic. I mean, I've been doing a lot of performances and appearances from the show, and after the show, I actually have a contract with Sony now, and
brilliant.
They gave me a scholarship to Sylvie Young Theatre School in London.
Wow. Okay, we filmed there before actually.
Yeah.
And how's that for you? That must be really exciting for you.
Yeah, because I get to focus on what I love to do, because where it is a theatre school, they focus on singing, dancing and acting. So I get to do that as well as the academic side.
That's brilliant. Oh, that must be so nice for you. So you're doing everything that you enjoy and still getting educated. Brilliant.
Yeah.
Okay, now tell us about the anti-bullying campaign then that you're doing.
Yeah, I'm doing an anti-bullying charity with a lot of other younger acts, and it's for a charity called Unstoppables, and it's by Big Pure Talent, and we all come together and we can either sing a cover or songs that we've written to put on the album, and it all goes to this charity.
Oh wow. And how did you get involved in that?
I think we just saw, because anti-bullying is something I feel strongly about, and
did you go through it?
A little bit, but like I didn't have it very bad, so
Okay.
it's cool.
But that's brilliant. Obviously something really good that you got involved in as well. And tell us about the song that you'll be singing for us.
I'm actually singing the song that I co-wrote for the album, and it's called Break Me Down, and I just hope that gets the message across, really.
Oh, brilliant. Well, it's been lovely speaking to you.
You too.
Future plans before we go?
I don't know yet. I just hope I'm still singing, really.
I reckon you will be, definitely.
Thank you.
All right, thanks so much for speaking to us. You're going to get ready in just a second, and then we're going to hear your lovely voice. All the viewers are going to hear it because I've already heard it. For those that didn't watch Britain's Got Talent, they missed out, right? Thank you so much. Okay, so before we hear Molly singing, let's take a look at this fitness tip from Jane Rafter on the importance of cardio fitness. And by the way, I might as well say goodbye now because I'm not going to get a chance later. If you do want more information about the show, you can visit the website chrissybshow.tv. And if you want to email me personally, you can do so on chris@chrissybshow.tv. Well, bye for now.
Hi guys, it's Jane here with your regular fitness tip. Today I want to talk to you about the importance of cardiovascular fitness. Okay, so cardiovascular fitness is basically talking about the fitness and strength of your heart and lungs. And one thing you have to remember is that your heart is a muscle, like any other muscle. If you work it, it gets bigger and stronger. If you don't, it gets weaker. Okay, so cardiovascular exercise will increase the strength in your heart and the efficiency of your lungs as well. So the latest government guidelines say that everybody should do 2.5 hours of moderate intensity a week, okay, 2.5 hours a week. That's not all at once, by the way, and if you spread it out on a daily basis, that's recommended. So moderate exercise is fast walking, not strolling, fast walking and swimming and cycling and stuff like that, where your heart rate is raised, but you're not absolutely breathless, okay? Or 1.25 hours of more vigorous exercise. So that would be aerobics or tennis or football, where your heart rate is really lifted and you would not want to have a conversation with someone at the same time. Okay, so either the 2.5 or the 1.25 hours a week spread out, plus 2 sessions a week minimum, ideally 3, but 2, of muscle strengthening exercises. So that could be something as simple as you getting on the floor at home and doing some press-ups, and I'll just show you a quick demo of a press-up because it's really easy to do. You can do it on your knees if you want to, or you can lift your knees up to make it more difficult and you put your weight down into your arms. Now, even if you only did 10 or 15 minutes of exercises like that, perhaps some squats and some lunges, then you're looking after your muscular strength, which, don't forget, also strengthens your bones, especially you ladies out there. Strengthening your muscles and your bones helps prevent osteoporosis. So I hope this is all motivating you to go out there, get fit and feel fantastic. Okay, see you soon, guys.
I live my life searching for the answers. When it comes to love, I ain't got a clue. You say I can be anything that I wanna be, losing all direction, 'cause I get lost sometimes, and I'm trying to find my way back home. Help me find my way back, help me find my way back home. 'Cause even when the curtains close and all the lights they fade, I will keep standing tall. You can ever, ever, ever break me down. So many times I hear their voices. Oh, when the curtains close and all the lights they fade, I will keep standing tall. You can ever, ever, ever break me down, break me down, break me down, break me down. I have the space to grow, and it's time that I take control. If I look, then I will find time, time. The curtains close and all the lights they fade, I will keep standing tall, standing tall. 'Cause even when the curtains close and all the lights they fade, I will keep standing tall. You can ever, ever, ever break me down, break me down, break me down, break me down. You can ever, ever, ever break me down.
Hello. Hi, welcome to New Star. Oh, sorry, my name is Neil.
Hi dear, lovely to meet you.
Lovely to meet you.
Yeah.
1 minute, 1 minute. Welcome to New Star. My name is Neil.
Oh yeah, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Nice.
Oh.
Sorry, do it again.